let's do some problems that are combining multiple exponent laws together. Okay, so we're going to write uh, each expression as a single power with a positive exponent as our final answer, and then we're going to evaluate it as a whole number. So no fractions, sorry, we'll evaluate it as either a whole number or as a fraction. So no decimal answers. And you are not allowed to have decimal answers for your test in this unit, okay? So let's go through and let's understand what's actually happening. So here we got 3 raised to the exponent 7 times 3 to the exponent negative 3. Well, I've got two powers being multiplied. They have the same base. So I know that I've got one exponent 3, and because it's being multiplied, I add. And so in this case, I'm adding negative 3. And so this means that I've got 3 raised to the exponent 4, because 7 plus negative 3 is 4. And that's going to give me a final answer of 3 of 81. Okay, so 3 raised to the exponent 4 is 81. If I take a look over here, what I end up having is I've got two powers being divided. They have the same base. So 2. So I'm going to do 5 and minus negative 3, because when we divide exponents, we subtract, or sorry, when we divide powers with the same base, we're subtracting the exponents. So 5 minus negative 3. 5 minus negative 3 is actually positive 8. So I do 2 to the exponent 8 for a final answer of 256. Let's take a look at the next example here. We've got a power being raised to an exponent. So if we have a power raised to an exponent, that means we multiply the exponents together. So we're going to multiply the exponents together. That means 3 times negative 1. That's going to equal negative 3. So now we have it written as a single power, but now it's got a negative exponent. So we need to get rid of negative exponents. We've got to have a positive exponent. So if I want to evaluate when I have a negative exponent, I flip the base. So 5 becomes 1 over 5, and negative 3 becomes positive 3. And now I end up with 1 over 125, because 5 cubed, or 5 to the exponent 3, is 125. So over here, again, I've got powers with the same base. They're being multiplied. So my base is 2. I've got negative 3 plus negative 4. And that's going to result in, so negative 3 plus negative 4 gives me negative 7. Again, I need to express this as a power, as a positive power. So, or sorry, as a positive answer. So I need to flip my base, 1 over 2 to the exponent 7. And 1 to the exponent 7 is 1, and 2 to the exponent 7, 2 to the exponent 7 is 128. So a couple other examples here. We've got 2 to the negative 3 divided by 2 to the negative 5. So again, they have the same base. So now we're going to subtract their exponents. So negative 3, so negative 3 minus negative 5. So this is going to give me, it's going to equal 2 to the exponent. So negative 3 minus negative 5 is going to give me positive 2. Okay, and so 2 to the exponent 2 is 4. Okay, and then over here I've got a power raised to an exponent. So I have to multiply the exponents. So negative 2 times negative 3 is actually positive 6. Okay, and then I'm going to evaluate it. So 2 to the exponent 6 gives me 64. And I've got a slightly larger one. I've got multiple things happening all at once. So let's evaluate the first piece and then move on to the next. So right now I'm going to evaluate this part of the expression first, and then I'm going to evaluate the second part. So I'm going to start off by, I've got 3 powers. They all have the same base, so the exponent laws do apply. So I'm going to do the first part first. I've got 3 to the exponent 5 plus -2. Okay, and then that one is being divided by 3 to the 7. So I'm going to end up with 3 to the exponent 3 divided by 3 to the exponent 7. So now I can evaluate the second piece. So I'm going to do, so again, they have the same base. So that gives me 3, and then I'm going to, because they're being divided, I've got 3 minus 7. So this gives me 3 to the exponent -4. And again, I need my answer as a positive piece. So I'm going to flip my base and write my exponent as a positive number. And then I'm going to end up with 1 over, and 3 to the exponent 4 is 81. So 1 over 81 is going to be my final answer there. So again, sometimes you need to do multiple exponent laws in order to solve the problem.